Hello students, today we will talk about agriculture. First of all, let's define what is agriculture. Agriculture is raising of animals or the growing of crops to obtain food for primary consumption by the farm family or for the sale of the farm. And now we will see the three agricultural revolutions. The first revolution allowed humans to become more sedentary and avail themselves of a more reliable source of food. Second, used the technology provided by the Industrial Revolution as a mean to increase production and distribution. The third involves altering the genetic material of plants and animals. First agricultural revolution, as you see here, from hunting and gathering society to planting of seeds and domestication of animals. Following the herds in migratory patterns led to the discovery of seeds discarded the year before eventually would sprout regrows. This took hundreds and thousands of years after observation to harness in a way that was available and sustainable. Very laborious and on a small scale. Herds would return in migratory patterns, but people became sedentary. As food sources became reliable, population grew. Animal domestication changed the world's diet as wild animals were tamed. And here you can see the picture of the change. For the first agricultural revolution, you can see that people's lifestyle changed from this one to this one because people began using began taming wild animal to use them in agricultural purposes. And at the second agricultural revolution, you can see from 1750 to 19 in more developed world, technology allowed for the increase in production and distribution of products. Fields could be double or triple in size with the same amount of labor. Population increased on local and global scales. Less developed countries are still in this area. Examples include technological inventions of the cotton gin, forerunner combine. Transportation for distribution became more reliable, food less likely to spoil, pushed population in stage 3. People left farm for the urban areas. And now here you can see the change in people's lifestyle. First, if you see that at first they were using animals for the working in agriculture and using them in agricultural purposes. Now they began using mechanical or technical means to use them in agricultural purposes. And at the third agricultural revolution in 1960s, sometimes referred to as a green revolution, uses biotechnology, genetic engineering, takes place in labs and tested on farm fields. Plant and animal hybrids that maximize growth and production, increased use of fertilizers and chemicals, industrial farming. Climate is no longer a barrier to plant production nowadays. Rice is greatest example for genetic engineering as it feeds the most people in Asia. Double cropping, 2 crops per year, and triple cropping, 3 crops per year is now possible in the poorest areas of Asia. And at the third cone created a global agricultural market. Wheat grown in North Dakota is shipped to Asia. Corporate farms are where MDS gets their food. Enough food is produced to feed the world, but there are barriers in distribution. And here you can see the change in third agricultural revolution. The scale changed here because first they were using mechanical and technical means, but nowadays they are using technical and mechanical means. Also they are using bioengineering and other means, and then the scale is changing. Before they were working with not so many herds of animals. Nowadays they are working with a large scale of animals. And here you can see Origin of agriculture, vegetative planting. In Southeast Asia, here diverse climate and topography. Fishing communities lend themselves to a more sedentary lifestyle, allowing for experimentation in vegetative planting. Root plants were predicted to be the first type of domesticated planting. Taro and yam and tree crops, banana and palm. Livestock such as dog, chicken, pig, llama, sheep, and moved from east and north. Other herds include Central America, South America, and West Africa. Okay. Here, seed agriculture. Reproduction of plants through annual planting of seeds. 3 herds: Western India, Northern China, and Ethiopia. Wheat and barley were the dominant seeds. Often seed agriculture would include the integration of livestock. Here you can see a regional classification of plants and livestock. Here we can see the main plants and main livestock of this or that part of the world. Here in Central Asia, main plants are rice and millet. For the livestock, it is sheep and goat. In East Asia, you can see plants, taro, banana, and palm. For the livestock, dog, pig, and chicken. For the other parts of the world, like in Mexico, plants are squash and maize. For the livestock, llama, alpaca, and turkey. For the Peru, plants, squash, beans, and cotton. For the livestock, llama, alpaca, and turkey. In Central Africa, plants, millet, sorghum, palm oil, yam, and coffee. For the livestock, cattle, sheep, and goat. And subsistence and commercial agriculture. Subsistence found in developing countries. Purpose, consumption by and for farmers' family. In commercial, commercial farming can be found in developed countries. Purpose is getting profit from doing agriculture. Here in colors, you can find a condition of the parts of the world. Like climate and topography are the most important factors in food diversity around the world. Next. Then, differences between subsistence and commercial agriculture. Difference between them is purpose, percentage of farmers in labor forces, use of machinery, farm size, and agribusiness. Next can be seen in pictures. You can see this, and this. And here, purpose of farming. LDC, it is personal consumption. For some extra is sold to the government, but goal is to eat, to consume only. In MDC, grow for profit, produces sold of the farm, sold to companies, not persons. Here, percentage of farmers. In LDC, farmers are 55%. In MDC, farmers are 5%. And when a country develops, the percentage of farmers decrease. Here, use of machinery. In LDC, hand tool and animal power. In MDC, highly scientific, fertilizer, herbicides, GPS used to monitor cattle, and others. Thank you for your attention, and you can find any questions interested you. We put there a lot of information for you, for your study, for your getting knowledge. Thank you for your attention.